Hello from Yat Dragon.com. This is Ji Sifu, and today we'll be talking about the Saam Law Sun Gung, the magic that we're teaching and doing here. So if you don't know about what this is and have questions, whatever, okay, feel free to comment below, and also watch all our previous lectures on the channel. There's tons of stuff to watch there, okay? So check out the other videos. Now, this lesson today is going to be on a kind of like a very eye-opening lecture for everyone who are into these kind of stuff, especially like for the Taoism fans, you know, the people who are searching for the Taoism stuff. Basically what I'm going to tell you is the difference between qi, hei, and magic, fat. These two things, they're very alike, and a lot of Westerners or people who are into these things, when you're like reading a lot about Taoism, you know, the Qi Gong, whatever, these things, and then you may think or have a kind of like an impression that, oh, this is energy is Qi, you know, everything is Qi, you know, like that kind of stuff. Well, basically this video would really tell you the truth and why they're not the same, but they are similar in a way. So it's not like you don't need qi, okay, but it's not like this is cheap stuff, okay, this is good stuff. No, it's not like that. They're just different things, okay. Now let me give you a metaphor here, okay, very nice example. The word qi from qi kong, like hei, as in Cantonese, okay, hei, for hei gong. The hei is a form of what we call post-heaven elements, okay. They are post-heaven. Wow. So what is wow. Anyway, what is post-heaven? What is the heaven? Okay, the heaven is not like a heaven, like a place where you go dance and drink grape juice, that kind of thing. Not that kind of heaven, okay? It's a very bad translation from someone. I don't know who did the translation, but it's kind of weird. Anyway, in Chinese we call that Hao Tin. You can translate to like after sky, but really it doesn't make sense to the English people. So anyway, let me try to explain what is Tin, okay? In another video, we talked about the three realms, the different theory, like the theory of the three different stages of how things happen. Okay, so there's the sky, earth, and human, Tin, Dei, Yan, three different zones. Now, this is not about like the sky, the ground, and the human. It's not like that. Again, it's just like it's a very bad translation, or it's just hard to bring it to the English speakers, because what it means is just like the five elements: gold, water, wood, and stuff. It's not about the physical gold, physical wood, and stuff like that. It's just a word that describes a pattern. Okay, so if anything that goes into that pattern, you can basically say this can be subbed into this word. So basically there's a pattern. There's no absolute subject defined, but there is a pattern. Okay, so if anything that falls into the pattern, it's considered to be that element, that kind of thing. Okay, so Tin, Dei, Yan is the three main stages of how things progress and start. So for anything in this world or nature to happen, it must go through Tin, Dei, Yan, three stages. And before it reached the Yan stage, nothing is actually completely pushed out or finalized yet. And there are still many things that can be changed. So you can watch my other lecture that is like really talking about this theory. But in short, okay, the three stages is very simple. It's like this, okay? Tin is the element stage, thought, thinking, all the elements that will be put into action. Okay, everything. It's like when it's in a company. This is the top level, the planning, all the resources, all the elements. Okay, to be taken and put to a process. Now, Dei is the middle level, which is the processing level, processing the element, the planning, the thought, the resources, everything they process and push it down to the factory workers, okay, so they can make this into a real physical form, like turn these non-physical elements to physical. So in this transition, transition, okay, this is called the Dei, the middle. The Yan level is when they are finalized and pushed to a physical form, the final form. So this is when things are like launched and pushed down to the retail store and the sales and people selling it to the clients. So this is the final stage is Yan. So everything goes through Tin, Dei, Yan, three stages. No matter it's as complex as business, or it can be just eating or going to poop, everything goes through three stages. Before, okay, the planning, thoughts, all the stuff in your mind, and then process 2, which is like walking to do the stuff, and then how you execute the action, and then Yan, it's where the action is executed and being completed at the end stage. Okay, so everything goes through 3 stages. There's no way you can say no to this theory, because it's basically how reality is. Always like before, during and after, that kind of stuff. It's always like that, okay? It doesn't matter what religion, whatever you're in, you cannot escape from reality. It's just like saying there's sunlight, there's nighttime. Everyone goes through this kind of thing, okay? There's morning, noon, night, okay? Everything goes through these 3 stages. It's not like, oh, your belief is like that, mine is not like that. Okay, it's impossible. You cannot say there's no morning and night for your religion. Well, if you do, I don't know, like how do you survive in this world? Well, basically that's how nature is, right? So this is a law in nature, okay? Universal law. Everything falls into Tin De Yang. Now, let me get back to what is Xin Tin and Hao Tin again, okay? Xin Tin, Xin is before. So it's before the Tin stage. And Hao Tin is after the Tin stage. Now, there's always like this, okay? Before something is going to happen, okay? When something is about to happen, what happened? Is you have thought, intention of getting that thing to happen, or the elements or resources that is supposed to gather up, and then there goes all the stuff, and then it's supposed to happen, right? So, Xin Tin is before this whole event actually started, like even before the planning and thoughts and intention, okay, everything before that. And Hao Tin is everything after things started, okay? So relating to this theory, we say that the Hei, as in Hei Gong, okay, the Qi Gong, the Qi, okay, that stuff, the energy that we're talking about is the Hao Tin Hei, which is the after happening, okay? What it means in general is the energy. It's something that is in this dimension, physical dimension that we're living in, and the energy is in a form that can benefit your physical body, but it cannot touch anything that exists outside of this dimension, okay? Like these Hei Gong, the Hei, cannot touch the dimension that is before this dimension we're living in right now, which means it cannot touch what we call pre-heaven element, which is like the non-physical dimension, like non-physical to us, okay? Because we, like this whole world, this whole planet, okay? Before this whole planet right here, the physical thing come to life, like before this thing is here, exists, there's an other dimension before this planet. Before this planet exists, there's an other space or realm that is existing before this one. So that dimension, you cannot touch it, which is what we usually call the spiritual stuff, which is the unseen world. They exist before this world, the physical world. And of course, the physical people here can also always transition back to the non-physical state as well. But then, it doesn't mean that that world exists before here, okay? It's just that you go there after you've done with this one. But anyway, there's a non-physical, or not many non-physical dimension, non-physical to us. But for those who are in the dimension, they're physical to themselves. Anyway, so here we go. Just like the theory we talked about before, Tin De Yang, everything in this universe start from non-physical or not having, okay, not having to have, non-physical to have to physical, okay, from 0 and then to 1, 2, 3, 4. It's always like that, okay? So in order for things to happen, there's always this nothing stage, and then slowly it grows to this stage, okay? So this non-physical stage is always what we call pre-heaven, because it exists before this place right here. So Qi Gong, the Qi or the Hei, okay, the Hei that you cultivate with Hei Gong, this Hei is what we call post-heaven energy, the stuff that is in this dimension. The stuff we cultivate in magic, like say the magic that we're teaching right here, these things are what we call pre-heaven energies. They are not going to touch this dimension directly, but they are also very essential to us because we all have a spiritual side, a spiritual body, and we live on that kind of energy in the spiritual state. So this pre-heaven energy can help to bring things to reality or change things in reality or make changes to influence reality. You cannot use the post-heaven stuff to directly change reality. And that is why you cannot use the qi in Hei Gong, the Hei, to do magic. Now, one more very, very, very close example here, metaphor, okay, is money versus your properties or assets, okay? For example, right here, you see I have a lot of stuff here around which can be sold for money. They all have their value. Now, these things around, for example, let me say, okay, a knife, okay, this one, cold steel knife, okay? This knife has a value, right? When you buy this knife, maybe say 80 bucks, okay? So 80 bucks value. You cannot just take this knife and then go to a grocery store and pay the person, the clerk with this thing and say, okay, I'm going to buy all these beef and stuff now, 80 bucks. You cannot do that, right? This is post-heaven elements. Just like the Hei Gong, the Hei that you gathered up is just like this, okay? It's all post-heaven. Now you can use it to benefit your life, right? You can use this to cut, to do stuff, all the stuff you want to do with a knife, right? You can use it. It's beneficial to your physical life. That is the same with Hei Gong, the Hei, the post-heaven energy. This post-heaven energy is going to benefit your life. It benefits your health, like the stuff that already exists. It just empowers it. It helps it to make it better. Okay, so you have this right now in your life. You need to cut stuff and things. This helps you to make things better. But it cannot change reality, as in using this, then you can change reality. Like you can get more elements into your life. It cannot be done. You cannot use this to give it to the grocery store and buy food. Okay? In order to have the stuff that can bring new elements into your life, you need magic power. Now, what is magic power? It's the pre-heaven energy. It's like money. Money is a form of condensed, or you can say it's essence form of the energies. It's like a form, like it's like a seed. It can give birth to many things. You can use money to buy many things. You can use just this same bill, same $20 bills or whatever, $100 bill, same bill. You can use it to buy a knife, buy water, buy food, buy a house. Okay, you can use the same bill. Now, this is what we call pre-heaven energy. It's before any event can happen. This essence. Why we call this essence? It's because it's a form of energy that is there, that you cultivated for the thing. How do you cultivate for money? You go to work. Every day you go to work. Every day you go to work. All the energy, as in your energy here, the brain power, the time, the effort, the physical energy. When you use all these things at work, it translates or convert all these post-heaven elements from your body. By going to work, you convert everything into pre-heaven, which is the money. Now you have money, and then you can convert this pre-heaven thing to post-heaven again. You can use money to buy food. You can use money to buy a knife, right? So this essence thing can be used to convert into many things, many other things, and it can bring new elements into your life. It can change your life greatly. It can be used in many ways. But the post-heaven energy, you cannot. You cannot just like take your knife or take your whatever and then go out and trade with people. You cannot do that. Okay? So yes, you can trade if there are people trading, but in reality, that doesn't work that way with the energy stuff. Okay, so basically, with the difference of Hei and Fat, the magic power and the energy cultivated from Hei Gong, the Qi Gong, okay, it's very different in terms of properties. You cannot say you have this magic power, then you don't need Hei, right? You need both, okay? But by cultivating for the pre-heaven energy, the Fat, the magic power that we use, is actually what we need to execute the magic that I'm going to talk about in this whole channel. Okay, so without the money or the pre-heaven energy, you cannot do any magic. Now, you may say, okay, so if I have my money, my Fat, my magic power from some other places, okay, some other sect or religion, now I can also do your magic. Well, it's not the same, okay? It's just like saying you have a currency, Canadian bills, okay? Now, the other guy uses China bills. Now, this guy used Japanese yen, okay? And then another one used whatever bill, okay? Every sect, every religion, their magic, their methods uses different form of pre-heaven energies. And that is why they all have their own cultivated pool of energies for the believers or followers to use. And now how they let you, or how much they let you use their stuff is different. Like everyone is different. But as you can see, a different form or different currency is not the same. Here, with my lineage, okay, we can say, okay, you're going to use Canadian dollar here, okay? Now for that religion, you go over there, instantly they need Japanese yen, and then right here they need something else. You cannot change, and there's no conversion. You cannot change. You cannot say, okay, now I'm going to do this. Now let me take some Canadian money and do an exchange. It doesn't work that way, okay? With energies, it doesn't work that way. So basically, as you can see, it's very specific. The kind of energy that you cultivate is just like blood. You can only have one type of blood in your body because it circulates all over. Now the energy, the magic power that you cultivate with our lineage is also like blood. It circulates. And if you cultivate something else, your blood is already like that, like your B type. Now you want to cultivate my A type blood, okay? You cannot do that. You like it won't mix and then make you A and B compatible. It doesn't work that way. Neither you're A or neither you're B. You make up your mind, okay? Now, in nature, there's a lot of stuff that is like that which you cannot choose, and there's only one choice in your whole life. For example, your sex, being a human or being being a male or a female, there's only one chance, one choice. Okay? You don't get to choose when you're out because you're done choosing. But nature, your whole background, have chosen your sex for you because of your past, everything, the properties add up. There's no coincidence. It's not a random thing. It's because of this. For example, because your mother and father is mix, and then bang, male, bang, female. Okay, it's already chosen because of all those factors. It's not like someone above is choosing it for you, but it's because of all these factors you are chosen to be a male or female. It's not a random or coincidence. You will say it's random because you don't have the knowledge and science behind to explain what happened. And that's why it looks random, but it's not random. Everything in the universe is not random. It's not a coincidence. So, magic power, the Hei or the Fat, the magic power, the pre-heaven energy, it's just like that. Okay, so you have to make up your mind to neither go one way or the other because the stuff you use is very, very specific, just like blood. Okay, so relating to the money example, okay, it's just like the currency. Okay, we repeat again. It's just like the currency. You cannot mix stuff. Okay, now if you practice Hei Gong, Qi Gong, okay, will that actually benefit the magic that you're doing if you're ordained into our lineage? Basically, it doesn't do anything much. Okay, it's like you have to, like here, you need to learn to cultivate for the money. It doesn't matter how many knives, how many flashlight, how many cars you have at home. Okay, it doesn't matter. It's not going to do anything to the stuff you're doing right here with the magic, because you don't need to use those. Those are like for your own enjoyment at home, right? So you have your car, you have your hi-fi, you have your computer. Okay, that's fine. But here we are talking about like making money. Okay, you need to use money to do the magic, the method, the action in what you're learning. No matter what you have at home, or the blenders, or the cookwares, whatever, it doesn't do anything to the magic. It doesn't help. Okay, so it's kind of like saying it's almost like useless to practice Hei Gong for magic power, because you have like the thing is just different. Okay, it doesn't work. It doesn't do anything. So basically, you can practice Hei Gong for whatever Hei Gong is intended for, or you practice magic, which is what magic is intended for. Now the difference is, okay, with Hei Gong, usually you cultivate Hei Gong for better health, helping your physical health, and that's it. Okay, that's it. That is the limitation or the purpose of doing Hei Gong, is to improve your health, to prevent, to reduce the risk of getting disease, getting contamination, just making your internal organs stronger, that kind of stuff. Okay, that is what Hei Gong is for. And magic is different. Magic is to deal with issues like spiritual issues, energy issues, like when you get energy contamination from people, or when you get like evil thoughts and curses and whatever, these things. You need magic to deal with these things. When you have like possession issues, spiritual attacks, haunted house, or even just people transmitting their negative thoughts and stuff to you and affecting your mind, making you mood swing, making you feel bad and stuff like that. That is what magic is for. Hei Gong cannot deal with these things, okay? So basically you have to really differentiate between Hei Gong and magic. Now, if you practice Hei Gong, can you also practice the magic, say, with our lineage? Well, yeah, it's not conflicting, okay? The Hei Gong and magic is not conflicting. But by doing magic, it's for this purpose. Hei Gong is for that purpose. Now, another very important factor is the person or the source that is teaching you the Hei Gong. Is it really purely Hei Gong, or it's a contaminated or mutated version of Hei Gong? There's a lot of Hei Gong out there, and a lot of Hei Gong that is purely Hei Gong, which is okay to do because they are purely just Hei Gong. Now, a lot of people are tricked into Hei Gong that is actually not Hei Gong, but promoted as Hei Gong. Now, observe the person teaching the Hei Gong. Are they mixing in a lot of stuff that is not related to Hei Gong? Are they mixing in stuff like, oh, we're dealing with the cosmic energy, we are dealing with spiritual energy, and they're like talking stuff that is way too deep, like going into, you see the master is doing things like possession, like other religious form of stuff, you can see it. There's some Hei Gong master always like to blend in their spiritual, religious kind of thing inside. And if you are into this kind of thing, then there's a red alert. Okay, this is not Hei Gong. This is not Hei Gong. You're being tricked to believe that that is Hei Gong because it's marketed as Hei Gong, but it is really not Hei Gong. Okay, those, I don't know what they're teaching, but it's not Hei Gong. It's for sure unhealthy. Okay, so if you're learning Hei Gong just purely, real, genuine, purely Hei Gong with no spiritual whatever perspective in it, okay, purely for health, fine, that is compatible. If you're doing Heigong and the source is like all crooked, they're like all about the spiritual, whatever cosmic power and getting you into some whatever state, very, very religious stuff. With any religious background, that is not Heigong anymore. Heigong itself is not spiritual, it's not religious, okay? Heigong actually is born in China and it's based on Chinese medicine. The whole thing is born from Chinese doctors, the medicine researchers, the people who are studying Chinese medicine. How can that be even related to Heigong? Okay, it's not related. Now, some people will say, oh, but some Taoist sects, they also practice Heigong and, they have religion and whatever. Well, it's different, okay? Those sects, they claim themselves to be Taoist, but they are actually doing Heigong. Okay, these kind of stuff. If you ask them about the Heigong side of stuff, most of them will only say, okay, Heigong is like this, and then refer to the anatomy and stuff like that. It's the disciples later on who mix it up with the religion side, and then they cannot differentiate between the two, and then it get crooked, and they think that the Heigong is going to lead them to the religious side or the spiritual side of things. It's not going to happen. It's a misunderstanding, and it's totally wrong. By doing things like Heigong or even Tai Chi, a lot of people think by doing the Tai Chi, the stuff, okay? These things, by doing Tai Chi, it's not going to bring you anywhere spiritual. Like, people will say, oh, but it calms my mind. But that is not spiritual. You can calm your mind by doing a spa, a sauna, or just, sitting there reading books. You don't need to. You can do other things. You can sleep. It's even more relaxing. Okay? Some people get very relaxed just sitting there looking at the sky at night. Is that spiritual? That is not spiritual. It's not related to magic. By doing Tai Chi, no matter what feeling you have, you feel, wow, everything is like very hot, you feel the energy flowing. That is not magic. It's nothing close to the magic. Nothing close to anything related to the pre-heaven stuff. No matter how peaceful, how calm you feel, that is not going to touch it. Because Tai Chi itself, the Tai Gekun itself, is a form of martial art. Martial art is for fighting. It's for defense. And the side dish, the side effect of this martial art can benefit your health just like doing other form of physical exercises. Guys, accept the truth is this is a physical exercise. A slow, progressive, mild physical exercise. It tunes your breathing, tunes your body to exercise slowly, progressively, like that, okay? It doesn't mean that by doing these, you will be getting in any form of spiritual state. It's not going to get you there. The most dangerous thing and the most hard to accept thing for a lot of people who already digged into the path and think that it's going to lead them to whatever spiritual stuff, the most scary thing is if you think that way, okay, your samfat, the mindset, I have explained what samfat is on my channel in the other video, so watch that one. The samfat is already 100% on the wrong path. Now what happened is because the samfat is wrong, okay, what you see, feel, and is about or already encountering while you're cultivating that stuff, be it yoga, be it meditation, Tai Chi, Heigong, anything. When you calm down, peace, whatever, okay, all that stuff, you will start to feel fake things. Fake things will come up. Fake feeling, sensation, voices, illusions in the mind, visuals in the mind. A lot of these things will pop up because your mind is creating all these things because you want to achieve a spiritual whatever state with these things. So while you do it, the mind will create the illusions for you. You're creating stuff. Okay? But by creating stuff, and you don't have whatever stuff in the spiritual side that is really corresponding to what you want to create, then there is a fake thing there generated. Okay? So this generated visual or sensation will lead you to a lot of mental issues. Like a harsh word is you get into schizophrenia. You got crazy because you see all these things, you see the energy and all this stuff, and they're fake. They're not real. They're created by your mind. Your mind created these things. This is what we call sammo, the translated to like the mind devil kind of thing. Okay, it's yourself creating the stuff, the visual. It's not real. Okay, because you just look and wow, I see the energy, the light, whatever. It's fake. It's not real. And what's more funny is, okay, you see all these things and the stuff, okay? So you sense it, you see it. Now, what's next? You cannot do anything with it. It's useless. It's just like saying you can see all these, wow, nice cars, nice, like daydreaming, okay? You can see all these in your mind. Wow, nice car, luxury boat, whatever. All these things. What do you do with it? You cannot turn them into real. You cannot use it. It's all fake. It's illusion. It's like fantasy, daydreaming. It's fake. It's useless. They're not something you can use. And then, after like many years, what happened? Nothing. Except for more and more illusions. And because you dig into the illusion so much, it screwed up your whole life. You dig into a fake trap. A trap that you have built for yourself by doing all these things. Now, if you cultivate magic by ordaining into a lineage, like when you ordain into my lineage, okay, it's not fake because you don't work with things that you imagine and then it came out. We deal with things that is real and it's there. And why I say it's real? Because you can cultivate to a point you can use what you're dealing with. You can use it. And by using, you see result. Result means physical result. Like, oh, you use this, now this problem is gone. You use this, this person is feeling well again. You do this, now something happened. You know, it's like do it and result shows up. Now that's practical, that's real. It's not imagination. It's not your like mind created stuff. Okay, you don't just look, see, feel, and then dig into, you know, addiction of feeling stuff. That's just like drugs, you know, addiction of illusion. It's not real. So if you're like really interested in Hei Gong as in for health, and you found a source that is like, oh, really teaching genuine Hei Gong purely for health, they relate to theories of Chinese medicine and stuff like that, fine. That is compatible with magic. But if you're into a path that is like weird Hei Gong, okay, the weird stuff, with spiritual whatever, blended in, that is not compatible with this thing. And up to this point, I think you really get it right now about what is Hei and what is like the Qi and the magic Fat that we're using here. It's two very different properties of energy. Okay, and one little thing here is there is a good side about doing Hei Gong, and also like something that Hei Gong can do and magic takes longer time to do, which is to recover and help you prevent problems of health. Now with magic, it takes a longer time, but magic can deal with things that is like the root cause of a lot of health issues, which Hei Gong cannot. Hei Gong deal with the stuff that is after things happen. Okay, for example, if you're sick right now, okay, Hei Gong is good for preventing you from getting sick again, or help you to get well faster. It just push things faster. But magic can also cannot help you to like prevent the sickness again, you know, that kind of thing. But it can help you to cure the root cause of that sickness most of the time. And it also can prevent things from happening because they're dealing with things pre-heaven. before happening. Okay, so that is the difference in the two. Okay, so basically that's the lecture explaining the difference between Hei and the magic, the Qi and the Fa that we're talking about. So hope you like it, and remember to subscribe and like. Share the video out. Tell more people to come to my channel. Bye-bye.